Can you hear me now? Okay, we are live. Right, apologies for that, everybody. There's some technical issues with the audio and the audio setup that we've got here. So let's kick off. Give me one sec. Okay, so first of all, I want to say thank you for joining us, and thank you for joining this live stream, which is our first live stream that we're doing. We'll be doing a live stream every month that will be touching on specific issues and solutions to our target audience, which is junior product managers, the junior PMs. And yeah, so we'll be taking you. This is part of a product products explainer series, which is leading on to a new course that we're designing called the Product Pioneers Academy. And yeah, hopefully you'll get something out of this, which will be quite useful for your day to day. So let me just go on to the next slide. So we'll be touching on, I'll be doing a quick welcome and introduction, a quick overview about myself and an introduction to what we're doing here at Think Product Group. Then we'll discuss some of the challenges facing junior PMs. We've done quite a lot of research on this subject, and I'll be able to take you through kind of what we have and why we think it's important for us to focus on this area. Some of the tips for building confidence as one of the areas that we've seen that there's a challenge. Then we'll be discussing some of our upcoming workshops that we have. Then there'll be some time for a Q&A session, and then we'll be hopefully closing on time. We'll try and close on time. Okay, so firstly, an introduction to myself. My name is Dwayne Campbell. I'm a community leader at the Think Product Group. I've got over 2 decades, over 20 years experience in business and technology with a focus on product management and digital transformation. And I've worked in a number of industries, from telecoms to financial services. I'm spending at the moment a lot of time in government, which has been kind of where I've been for the past 6 and 7 years. I'm on a mission. I'm on a mission to help empower product professionals or aspiring individuals increase their knowledge and skills in the knowledge and skills they need to succeed in a product leadership role, whether it's product design, product development, or product management. We want to help people succeed in that arena. We want to create a community that provides mentorship, resources, provides easy collaboration, real-world experience, and visibility into changes into our industry. And we strive to be an inclusive platform that offers support to all levels of product management and growth. And one of the things that what really is important to us is that we continue to develop our space and our offering with feedback from members and industry experts to ensure we're offering the best possible resources for everyone. So we want to make sure that we are led by the community that we're serving. And part of that is what's designed this theme around building confidence. And I'll touch on some of that as we go forward. So the purpose of this live stream is to provide junior product managers with the tools, knowledge they need to build confidence in their roles. So as a junior PM, it's common to feel overwhelmed and lacking confidence, especially in high pressure situations. So this live stream is aimed to address some of these challenges and hopefully offer some practical strategies to help junior PMs feel more confident and capable in their work. So let's touch on some of the common challenges. And so we've interviewed over 100 junior product managers. So these are people that have the role of junior product manager or associate product manager or product manager intern or assistant product manager. And we've kind of pulled together some of the common challenges that we're seeing across all of those interviews. And there's more than this, but these are the common ones. So we're experiencing lack of confidence, unable to learn quickly around busy lifestyles, and finding their next PM job and gaining promotion. So the first one of the most common challenges we saw faced across junior product managers is the lack of confidence in their abilities. So what we're seeing as a relatively new member of the team, junior PMs may feel overwhelmed by the responsibilities that they're entrusted with. This can lead to self-doubt, a reluctance to take risks, which can be detrimental to the success of their projects that they're running. We found that there were some studies done that show lack of confidence is a significant hindrance to career advancement. This is particularly of an issue with women and minority groups. And according to a recent survey, 70% of women reported feeling less confident than their male counterparts, even when their qualifications and experience were more capable. Furthermore, a lack of confidence can limit junior PM's ability to communicate effectively with team members and stakeholders. Without the conviction and clarity that comes with confidence, it can be challenging to present ideas, ask for feedback, and make decisions with authority. The good news is confidence is a skill that can be developed with practical experience, and junior PMs can build their confidence by seeking out opportunities to learn, grow, voice their opinions and ideas in team settings, and take challenges and help them to stretch their abilities. This is the same thing with a lack of experience, but slightly differently. So unlike more experienced counterparts, junior PMs obviously lack knowledge and skills and expertise required to handle complex situations. And it is mainly the complex situations that our research found that was the main issue. So this lack of experience also can limit their ability to make sound business decisions and to effectively communicate with other team members. Many of the interviewees may not have had the opportunity to work in corporate environments before. This is their first kind of role in a corporate environment, which can make adapting to high pressure and fast paced into the high pressure and fast paced world of product management quite challenging. As a result, we found that they might find it hard to navigate through different stages of product development and to keep up with new industry trends, which can affect their performance and confidence. Having another common challenge faced that we found was by junior PMs was the difficulty in learning quickly, that is, around busy lifestyles. So many PMs have to juggle multiple responsibilities, such as managing deadlines, attending meetings, collaborating with their teams. As a result, it can be hard to find the time to learn and keep up with the latest industry trends. One of the things that we did realize is that there was a very wide understanding that they needed to keep up, and that technology was moving forward at a rapid pace, and they felt that if they didn't keep up, then they also could be left behind. According to a survey conducted by LinkedIn, 58% of professionals find it challenging to make time for learning, and 35% of respondents cited busy schedules as the main barrier to learning new skills. This is particularly significant for junior PMs who are still in the early stage of their career and need to develop a wide range of skills to succeed in their role. The final one there is, as a junior product managers, as they gain experience and confidence, they may start thinking about their career progression, including finding their next PM job or gaining a promotion with their current organization. However, this is not always easy, as the product management field is highly competitive, and there may be limited opportunities for career advancement. So this was there was a survey that was conducted by Product School, and they said that they're one of the largest community product managers, and they said that only 30% of respondents felt confident about their chances of getting a product management job. And furthermore, 72% of respondents reported that they had applied for multiple product management jobs without success. So in essence, we found that some PMs find it difficult to stand out, or they struggle to stand out from the crowd and demonstrate their value to potential employers, and they may lack strong personal brand skills or marketing skills, and struggle to articulate their skills. And this can make it quite challenging to secure a promotion or a new job, as employers often look for candidates that can quickly contribute to the company's success. So those were the common challenges, and that's across the board. And what we're going to focus on now is why junior PMs lack confidence, and drill down into some of the answers that we had from our surveys and what they mean. So junior product managers may often lack confidence due to various factors, such as experience, lack of exposure to different product development stages or processes, keeping up to date with the trends or fast-paced trends or the tools that we're using. In many cases, junior PMs feel overwhelmed by the complexity of their role and uncertainty about either their decisions or decisions that are being made around them. According to a survey conducted by Product Plan, 1/3 of PMs lack confidence in their ability to make decisions. 68 feel overwhelmed by the variety of responsibilities and challenges that product management presents. Furthermore, over 50% of junior PMs reported that they felt anxious or stressed about their ability to perform their job well. Another factor that contributes to lack of confidence is the challenge of communication and confusing product strategy within the organizations that they work within. Junior PMs may feel challenged to communicate effectively with different stakeholders, including developers, designers, senior managers. And according to a McKinsey report, only 35% of surveys executives believe that their organizations were effective in communicating product strategies to cross-functional teams. This can lead to confusion, missed deadlines, and lack of confidence among junior PMs. So this was quite an important point, and I spoke to a number of PMs who felt that they were either unclear about their role or the expectations, or they were unclear about the strategy within the organization that they were working, and therefore that was leading to their lack of confidence. There was one area that was quite surprising, which we didn't anticipate coming out. Was there's discussion of this imposter syndrome. And so during our research, we uncovered this issue of imposter syndrome, specifically among junior PMs. But whilst we did a bit more research, we found that this was actually ubiquitous, maybe mainly across IT. And imposter syndrome refers to the feeling that one's accomplishments are not deserved, or that they are a fraud despite having evidence to the contrary. So this phenomenon can be particularly prevalent among those who are new to product management and lack confidence in their abilities. According to a study of the International Journal of Behavioral Science, an estimated 70% of people will experience imposter syndrome at some point in their lives. Moreover, a survey conducted by Blind found that 58% of tech employees, including product managers, reporting feeling like an imposter at work. The same survey revealed that imposter syndrome is more prevalent among junior employees than senior ones. So imposter syndrome, it's important to say that it can have a significant impact on junior product managers' performance and job satisfaction. There's the survey that was done by Indeed, where they said 61% of employees who experienced imposter syndrome reported that it had affected their job performance, while 57% said it had affected their career advancement, and a further 40% of respondents reported that imposter syndrome had caused them to leave their job. So the root causes of it can vary, but some factors may include lack of confidence, fear of failure, or comparison to more experienced colleagues. Junior product managers who experience imposter syndrome may struggle to take risks, speak up in meetings, or advocate their ideas, which can limit their potential and hinder their growth. So that was an interesting one, which we didn't really think that would come out of the research, but it is quite prevalent from what we can understand. So let's talk about some of the tips on how you can build your confidence. We'll talk through this. I'll talk through this in a bit more detail. So first one is acknowledging your strengths and weaknesses. So one effective tip for building confidence as a junior product manager is to acknowledge your strengths and weaknesses. It is essential to recognize that you are good at where you recognize what you are good at. So you recognize what you are good at, where you need to improve, as this can help you focus on developing the skills necessary for your role. Research has shown that acknowledging your strengths and weaknesses can boost confidence and motivation. And according to a study in the journal Experimental Social Psychology, people who were asked to reflect on their strengths and weaknesses performed better on subsequent tasks than those who were asked either to focus only on their strengths or to keep their thoughts neutral. This suggests that self-reflection can be a powerful tool for cultivating confidence and motivation. So one way to acknowledge your strengths and weaknesses is to conduct self-assessments. This can involve analyzing your performance in various aspects of your role, such as communication skills, product knowledge, or project management. And you can also ask for feedback from your peers, which I'll talk about in a moment, and stakeholders. In fact, the key thing is to get a better understanding of yourself and where you excel and where you need to improve. The second one is understanding failure and how to embrace it. While it may seem counterintuitive, this is a great tip for building confidence. Failure can provide valuable lessons and insights that can help you grow and improve in your role. Firstly, it's essential to reframe failure as an opportunity for growth. And instead of viewing failure as a personal shortcoming or mistakes, see them as a chance to learn, improve, and ask yourself what you can do differently next time to avoid similar mistakes, and what lessons can you take away. And there's a few other things that we can go through a bit later. The third one on this list is asking for feedback from your peers. So asking for feedback is crucial, and I think that's one of what I would call the key pillars, which will help you understand gain really valuable insights into your performance and identify areas of improvement. Moreover, feedback can help you understand your strengths, which can further enhance your confidence. And then fourth is setting your goals and keeping track of them. So another tip for building confidence is setting achievable goals. So when you set goals that are challenging yet realistic, you can gain a sense of accomplishment when you achieve them. And this has been shown to have a positive impact on your self-esteem and boost your confidence. To set achievable goals, as a junior product manager, it's important to first identify what you want to achieve. And those first three, acknowledging your strengths, understanding your failure, and asking for feedback, is a good way of doing that. This could be involve improving specific skills or completing a project by a certain deadline or increasing user engagement for a particular product feature. The next thing is to break them down, and then obviously then moving into SMART goals, which we can talk about at another time. The last step there is, once you've kind of got your goals, is to think about building relationship and getting some help from mentors. Not many people do this, but I think it's a very important point. So having a support system in your professional life can provide you with valuable feedback, advice, and encouragement. And research has shown that having mentors can lead to higher job satisfaction and career success. A study published by the Journal of Career Development found that individuals who had mentors were more likely to have higher salaries, greater job satisfaction, and more opportunities for advancement. One way to build relationships with mentors and colleagues is to engage in networking events and industry conferences that can provide you with the opportunities to meet people, learn from others in your field. And you can also reach out to potential mentors on social media, professional networking sites, through personal connections like LinkedIn, which is what we're on. So those are a few areas that we can touch on that can help you in building your confidence and progressing your career as a product manager as you move forward. And there's a few workshops that we're going to be doing within our community, which I'll be talking about next, that can help you actually put all of this to practice. So this month, it's all about building confidence in your role as a junior PM. And we're going to be running 5 events within our community that touches on all those 3 areas. So the first event is going to be talking about, it will be a group exercise to identify your strengths and weaknesses. And we'll be going through our materials around how you can actually do that and proactively identify your strengths, your weaknesses, and then what to do with it. Then there will be a discussion of failure, and we've got exercises that will help you identify areas where you potentially have failed, and then how you can embrace it. And by I mean embracing it, by creating a plan that will help you ensure that failure was a positive, something that you learned from, and something that you can improve on in the future. We're going to be going through some exercises to practice asking feedback. So there's a number of templates that we have that will help you in asking feedback from your peers, or asking feedback from specific mentors that you find on social media, or asking feedback from when you do your presentations, things like that. So practical advice around how you can go about asking feedback, and then putting all of that together into individual goal settings. So now you've got all of that information, your strengths and weaknesses, you've got some of your failures and how you can overcome them, you've got feedback from your peers, then you're kind of pulling all of that together to then set some goals for yourself. And then the final one, which is going to be on the 29th, is going to be an exercise on how you can build relationships and find mentors from either your colleagues, your work colleagues, past colleagues, future colleagues, people that you want to work with, companies that you want to work for, finding mentors that can help you grow and support you in that growth. Everyone that's attended this live stream today will have the ability, if they sign up for our community, the ability to have a free CV review. And the purpose of this is to help you increase your chances of getting the perfect product management job. Myself and the other hosts in the community will review your CV and give you some feedback, and ensure that it's meeting what we see as all the key requirements of what a product leader or senior product manager is looking for when recruiting for a product manager. So a little bit about our community. So it's an online community. You can access it over the web through your browser, but we also have an iPhone app and an Android app, which makes it really easy to keep up to date and informed of what's going on. So it's everything you need to accelerate your product leadership career in an easily accessible place. And I highly recommend you take a look. So, any questions that we've had so far? Let's just pause for questions. Okay, lots of questions about the audio issues. Okay, so what are the steps to getting to PM as a junior PM? Um, I would say how long have it all depends on how long you've been a junior PM. As a as someone that's looking to recruit someone as a PM, I'm usually wanting them to have done at least 2 years as a junior PM. The reason why this is important is because you want that person to have experienced a few product life cycles. And in general, I think anything from 18 to 24 months is a good time to have experienced a few product life cycles. Within that time, you may have been exposed to not just one team, but potentially 2 or 3 teams, because people do tend to move around, and it shows that you've got, especially within the industry that you're in, a good grasp before. So I would always look to at least have at least 2 years experience, either as an associate or a junior PM, before I take someone on. And that'll be, everyone has their different requirements. Some companies, and I've seen these, will require you to have had 5 years experience. Okay. But in general, what I want to see in the CV is the fact that you've really been involved in some of the key aspects of the product management role. And that's going to be obviously all the ceremonies, if you're doing agile, that is, or working with a team, um, doing research, understanding the needs of customers, being involved in those interviews, whether you're doing interviews with customers or the analytics around people's usage around the app or software or system or product that you're building. And I also want to see some practical examples of how you've helped the PM, if you're working with the PM, help that PM to, or help that team to absorb that knowledge, that insight, and then take the product forward. We need people to be very, what's the word? To be very goal orientated and really customer orientated, where they listen to customer insight, whether it's customer insight or the customer also could be the internal users or the internal stakeholders, or internal stakeholder insight, and taking that forward into the next version of the product, or taking that forward into the product launch. We need to know that you have an ear to be able to understand that and disseminate that into something that can be useful for the users. And again, it is something that takes time. So it's not something that you just start doing and you've done it like within 3-4 months. It's something that has to take that you're going to have to do a few times over, I say, 18 to 24 months. Hopefully that answers your question. Would I recommend any books for people transitioning to product management? Yes, and I have a list. I have a list, and if Rahul, if you can just what we'll do, I'll send you the list. I've been building a new list, which I'll be putting on social media, and I'll make sure I copy you into that. But yes, I do have I have at least 10 books that I think product managers should read in order to effectively transition into the role, and I'll keep you in the loop with that. Okay, any other questions? So I'm working with a startup company and dealing with different team people. Okay, as this is my first role, what would be the best advice, I suppose, to get more information about the marketplace and its trends and test in R? Okay, so it's a startup. I'm assuming it's going to be a startup in software, apps, or web-based startups. That's a big assumption. It could be anything, but I'm assuming that is the case. Marketplace. You know, the best way to get information about a market is to interview the customers within that market. Um, the best way to get a real depth understanding of the issues that are faced is to actually spend the time really speaking to people. All decisions are made by people, and those decisions are made because they've got an issue that they're trying to solve. Okay, and that should be your first. That should be your first goal as a product manager, is to get really good. People will view you highly and see you highly valuable if you have the ear of the customer. If you spend the time to understand them, and you have the true ear of the customer, you will be viewed very highly in whatever organization you are in. Simply because people don't spend time to do that. Like, they don't spend enough time, in my opinion, in really understanding the needs of the user, and they tend to just quickly go into development before they really understand the in-depth problems that their customer bases are experiencing. I think that answers your question. The marketplace and the people that you're in. Okay. What do you like to see from applicants who are coming from different industries, professions? So you're a developer and want to transition to the PM role. Okay. So if you are a developer and you want to transition into the PM role. So first of all, this is a classic transition, developer into PM. There's other transitions like designer into PM, business analyst into PM. So this is a classic one where someone's come from a developer standpoint. A developer who is more of an engineer, and in my opinion, okay, this is my opinion, engineers tend to be less focused on presenting information and translating that information into something that stakeholders can understand. Okay, so the first thing I would want to see from a developer is their ability to present technical information into easily understandable prose that users can understand. One of the ways that we do this is user stories. Okay, so that's a tool. We didn't always have that, but user stories came up as a way to help people translate technical into something that stakeholders can understand. So one of the things that I'll be looking for is their ability to do that. But more importantly, as a product manager, you also need to be able to present and to pull together presentations to present your ideas and theories. So I would want to know that the developer has those presentation skills and has those communication skills in order for them to transition into a PM role without me having to spend huge amounts of time training them to do that. So we want to be able to identify times where they were a developer where they had to present. Ideally, I would want to see the developer step up sometimes into the product role. So they could be potentially come from a lead developer position and show some qualities of being a product manager throughout their time in the last role or the last few roles where they've actually stepped up. And I will really do the questions I ask will really drill into those times. Okay, so the community is a paid for community. But we do run a free trial, a 2-week free trial, for you to get familiar with the platform and familiar with all the information that we're going to be doing and the way that we do things. So yeah, I mean, you can check it out. I fully recommend taking advantage of the free trial and then assessing whether you think it will provide you with the relevant value. The cost is roughly about $40 a month. So that's something for you to think about. But you know, if it gives you the value that you think, if you're getting value out of it, then obviously that could be a decision, a positive decision for you. But I strongly recommend taking advantage of the free trial. Okay, we have overrun. If you do have any other questions, please post them to me in the chat. So this live stream is being streamed through LinkedIn, through YouTube, and through Facebook. So you can post any additional questions through those platforms. You can also post them on LinkedIn. We've got a lot of presence on LinkedIn, so post them through LinkedIn as well. I'll leave this up for a few minutes. So just to say that we have a 2-week free trial, which you can start today. The community is at community.thinkproductgroup.com, and hopefully I'll see you guys in the community. Okay, thank you very much.